During this cold Iowa winter, call on the heating and cooling experts at Van Haften Plumbing and Heating in Pella. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone and hear
Van Haften.
And we'll have more of our KRLS Radio pregame show when we come back, getting you set for Pella versus Pella Christian, live on 92.1 at KRLS.
So good. This is so delicious.
Pie. What's the special occasion?
I just called Brand Appeal, and they hooked me up with this killer video that's helping me tell my brand story. It really was as easy as pie.
Dad, this is amazing.
So what are you waiting for? Make an easy and satisfying call to Brand Appeal, helping you with all your branding, print, web, interactive, and video needs. Brand Appeal. Jump on the brand wagon.
Pella Regional Health Center is committed to keeping our patients, staff, and the community as healthy and as safe as possible, and we need your help. We ask you to join our efforts and do your part to flatten the curve and prevent the spread of COVID-19. Wear a mask around others, social distance, limit gatherings, wash your hands, and stay home when you are ill. Please do everything you can to help manage the health and safety of your community, family, friends, and coworkers during this pandemic.
Hi, I'm Ryan with Light and State Bank. We're all spending more time at home these days, so why not make your home a place you love to be? Whether that means upgrading your kitchen with a home equity loan or getting a change of scenery by purchasing a new home, the experts at Light and State Bank are here to help. Your satisfaction is our goal, and that means getting you to your closing date as quickly and smoothly as possible. Give us a call to discuss your home purchase or refinance needs, or find us online at lightenbank.com. Light and State Bank. Grow strong with us. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Vermeer Corporation is pleased to support local activities as well as industrial and agricultural equipment customers around the world. The Vermeer team designs, manufactures, and supports equipment that helps communities stay connected to the necessities of life, manage natural resources, and support a vibrant food supply. When you're in the area, be sure to visit the Vermeer Museum and explore the history of the company. Vermeer is committed to making a real impact through all of their business practices. Vermeer Corporation, equipped to do more.
The wipers in the car go swish, 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 swish. The wipers in the car go swish, swish, swish at Central Tire and Auto.
Winter brings slushy, sleety, icy weather that's even more annoying if your wipers can't keep your windshield clean. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the important little things like new wipers, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
At Central Tire and Auto.
Bruxford's Home Center is now open at our new location at 405 Truman Road in Pella. It's a much bigger location, which means we can keep more inventory in stock for you, and we have the room to set up more displays to make it a more fun shopping experience. There's also tons more parking, a whopping 54 spaces. We're continuing to offer price and selection that rivals the box stores with service they just don't offer. Bruxford's Home Center, 405 Truman Road in Pella.
Tax time is here again. I know, it's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Visit H&R Block, Pella, Oskaloosa.
And we're back at Pella Christian High School live inside our broadcast booth on 92.1 KRLS. Andrew Schneider and Trevor Castle getting you set for our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply as Pella and Pella Christian set to clash in Little Hawkeye Conference action. Let's run down your starting lineups presented by Miniga Pest Control. We'll start with the home team tonight from Pella Christian. At guard, a 5'4" senior, number 3, Anna Bonnet. At guard, a 5'6" senior, number 10, Avery Ball. At guard, a 5'8" junior, number 11, Emma Witzenberg. At guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 13, Jocelyn Terpstra. And at center, at 6'2", a senior, two-time All-Conference, Allison Van Gorp. For Pella, it's their standard fare. At guard, number 4, a junior, Reagan Van White. At shooting guard, a 5'8" senior, she was 5 of 7 against Grinnell on Tuesday from 3. That is Faith Deers. The point guard for Pella is 5'6" junior, number 24, Anna Vanderwall. At forward, 5'7", a senior, two-time All-Conference selection, Madison Negg. And at forward, a 5'8" senior, number 52, Annika Peterson. Your starting lineups, as always, presented by Miniga Pest Control. Sean and his team want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Central.
And a shout out to my old pal Colby, the voice of that as he's up at college. We had a good discussion about that at Tulip Time back in 2019, where I didn't piece it together that it was a young him. He's actually an accomplished singer.
Absolutely, yes. In fact, Sean and I have talked about maybe giving a refresh to those.
A little modern take.
Exactly.
Well, very good. We are just minutes away from your opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Let's run down our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. No games in action except for us, at least of local interest here tonight.
Won't be hearing that much at all tonight, Andrew. This is it. We're the only game on the entire network, and quite frankly, we're one of just a handful of games taking place throughout central Iowa here tonight.
Yeah, so a shout out to our friends at Straver Cellular. We'll maybe say hello to you sometime during the broadcast just to get the sounder in. But we do have a very jam-packed Saturday between the Pella and Pella Christian teams. In fact, we will have a broadcast, a rare Saturday broadcast coming up tomorrow at Pella High School when the Little and Lady Dutch welcome PCM at 1:15 pregame in the Midtown Tire Team Radio pregame show. I'll have that call with John Holterhouse on 92.1 KRLS. Also, Pella Wrestling is at Solon, 9:30 in the morning for weigh-ins over at the old high school of Pella head coach Jay Pike. He's going to have a homecoming coming up tomorrow. Pella is at Knoxville, a Red Rock rivalry in bowling that's in Oskaloosa at 12:30 p.m. because the Pella Christian Eagles will be at home taking on Sigourney for bowling action tomorrow. That's your Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard on 92.1 KRLS. Marion County's financial leader is Marion County Bank. With offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher, Dallas, they're serving you in building community across the county and Red Rock area.
You know what, Andrew? We're going to be missing tonight the Marion County Bank shootout.
Oh, that's right.
Because of COVID. You know, you mentioned dollars for scholars and some of the other things that aren't happening. That's one of the things that we'll be missing out on halftime tonight, the Marion County Bank shootout.
Well, and did want to make a mention, some of the atmosphere will be here tonight. I learned from activities director Matt Fouch at the wrestling meet last night where Pella knocked off Indianola. There's maybe a Straver Cellular instant radio update for some of our fans. 39-36, that's a big win for the Dutch wrestling program going forward, even with a smaller roster Indianola brought over due to some illness concerns. But Matt Fouch telling me they're going to have a student section here tonight.
Yeah, and you know, you and I think, are in the same program here, and I don't want to make this political. I won't make it political, but I don't understand why we're loosening things up, because the numbers just don't indicate we should be loosening things up. But you know what? Nobody asked for my opinion. Nobody cares about my opinion. It is what it is. And so, yes, normally with the new guidelines, it's just the home team gets a student section. But because of the teams both being here in the Tulip City, we understand that they were able to work together and they were able to make some kind of, allocations that Pella could have a student section. And you know what, though? Set the COVID crap aside, when the game gets going and the ball gets in the air, I want the atmosphere, Andrew.
We miss
especially between these two teams. There's such fierce rivals, friendly rivals, very competitive spirit among the two schools in a really good-natured way. I'm excited that there's going to be some fans in here and some students that'll get a chance to watch it live and in person.
And I will say this, in volleyball season, we had student sections and had masks on and all those other things. And again, I think we fall in the same category, but I don't think the issue has been what's happening here at school. It's happening elsewhere. So, like you said, once the ball is in the air, we forget about COVID. I think we're going to enjoy the fact that there's an atmosphere here for one of our favorite games of the year. This will wrap up the 92.1 KRLS Radio pregame show. 92.1 KRLS is your home and away voice of Pella and Pella Christian Athletics. We're getting you set for our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply, and when we come back, we'll do just that as we get you set for Little Hawkeye Conference action on the one to count on for today's local sports, 92.1 KRLS.
At Tom's Tree Service, we provide a wide variety of tree services to suit your needs. Each of our services is provided by a team of tree professionals who work hard to ensure that you receive the experience and quality you deserve. So if you're in need of tree trimming, tree removal, stump grinding, or land clearing, give Tom a call today. 641-856-7140. Tom's Tree Service. No job too big or small.
Check out some of our hottest deals of the week available right now at the Hy-Vee stores in Pella and Knoxville. Frito-Lay Lay's or Lay's Kettle Cooked Chips are only $1.80 a bag. Pilgrim's frozen boneless skinless chicken breasts are only $3.99 for a 3-pound bag, limit 2. And select varieties of Kraft or Taco Bell natural cheese are 3 for $5, limit 3 total. Take advantage of these and other hot deals now through Tuesday, January 19th at the Pella and Knoxville Hy-Vees.
In 2020, area residents saved $220,350 with the Prez listing advantage compared to a 6% commission.
Our 46 home sellers saved an average of $4,790.
But just because we discount our commission doesn't mean you're getting discounted services. We utilize the best marketing tools and the most modern sales processes.
Learn more about the Prez listing advantage and let us sell your home by calling 628-1-BUY for Pella Real Estate Services.
Mark Van Gorp of Pella recently had Cabinet Design and Mike Blom do some remodeling on his home, and he highly recommends you hire them too.
I would recommend Mike and Cabinet Design to anyone who has any type of project, big or small. If you're looking for someone who has unique ideas and somebody who is very accessible and who really enjoys what he does, then Mike is definitely the guy to work with.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
High school basketball is here, but this year, the rules are different. No, the rules for basketball haven't changed, just how you get to watch the game. Live video streaming can be great, but might not be possible with slow internet speed. US Cellular's high-speed home internet is available almost anywhere, and Strawber Cellular has plans available that allow you to stream your favorite movies, TV shows, and local high school sports. See store for plan details. Strawber Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for US Cellular in downtown Pella.
You gave your kids a new puppy or kitten for Christmas. Let's make sure we take care of him. This is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, and we have a new puppy and kitten program that provides the attention they need. It involves physical exams, vaccinations, diets, and most importantly, information for you so that you can provide the best care for your new family member. Schedule your new puppy or kitten visit by calling Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They take care of pets because they love them.
And we are live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, getting you set for my favorite.
And now the starting lineups for your Pella Christian Eagles. Back on the 5'4" senior, number 3, Anna Arnold. Back on the 5'6" senior, number 10, Avery Law. Back on the 5'8" junior, number 11, Emma Witzenberg. Back on a 5'6" sophomore, number 13, Jocelyn Chupra. And at center, a 6'2" senior, number 43, Allison Van Gorp. The Eagles are coached by Brad Eppers.
Trevor, there is no bigger fan I've ever met of Eagles athletics.
And he is missed. And, you know, it's a nice tribute for Dan to do that and the Pella Christian community to do that, especially on Pella and Pella Christian night. Dick didn't miss any games. He sure didn't miss any Pella Christian games.
No, he did not. Like I said, it was emotional to see that image again. He passed over the Christmas holiday. Again, thoughts to his family as they think about what they're missing and what the entire Eagles family is missing here tonight. Your opening tip is presented by Dutch Mill Supply in Pella. Dutch Mill Supply is your only locally owned lumberyard and building material supplier. In the center circle, obvious for the Eagles, they'll have Allison Van Gorp versus Madison Negg. That's a matchup to watch in the paint, and the ball is about to be in the air for this Tulip City Showdown, round 1 at Pella Christian High School. The ball is still bouncing around and eventually controlled by the Lady Dutch at the half-court line. It's Anna Vanderwall after Negg eventually secured it. Right wing, it's Van Wyk.
2-3 zone for the Eagles to open up defensively. Bonnet and Terpster at the top, and then Baugh and Witzenberg on the wings with Allison Van Gorp in the middle.
And see how the Eagles continue to play this defense here as Van Wyk comes underneath, a pass from the perimeter in, and leading things off, it's Reagan Van Wyk for two.
Went to the free throw line, and then Van Wyk just snuck in behind the back end of that 2-3 zone. Had to make a contested shot, but she's really good on the baseline.
Witzenberg looking for, looks like Van Gorp underneath, and she's fouled from behind by Peterson.
Here's one thing that I've noticed, Andrew, is when Allison Van Gorp is single-teamed, I haven't seen her really be stopped all season long. I mean, in her senior year, she's become that dominant kind of a presence that you really need to throw two defenders, sometimes three at her. If they're going one-on-one, the Eagles are really going to go after Van Gorp in the post.
Well, Knoxville kept Van Gorp scoreless in the first half of that game against Knoxville earlier this week. Here's Witzenberg, who's had a great season so far, averaging over 14 points a game, but her shot misses, and Kylie Tauke will collect the rebound for Pella. Van Wyk has an issue initially gathering the ball, but will scoop it up. Bonnet in her face. One of the top steals category players in the Little Hawkeye Conference is Anna Bonnet, and she nearly gets one there on Van Wyk, who's struggling, and then Avery Ball will come up with it. Numbers here for Pella Christian. 3-on-2, spin move, center of the lane, off the window and in for Avery Ball. And that's a big answer for PC, and Ball creates off the turnover.
Well, Pella Christian doing really what it does best, Andrew. This is the biggest part of their team, is the kind of tenacity and the pickpocket nature of their defense.
Offensive rebound after a miss here for Pella, and then a foul called on Jocelyn Terpstra as she knocked into Madison Egg as she secured the offensive board.
I talked to the three Eagles seniors after their win Tuesday against Oski, and Anna Bonnet, she said, it's defense first for her. She uses her defense to try to spark her on the rest of the game.
Van Wyk catch and shoot on the inbound for three. Airmails it long, and Emma Witzenberg collects it here for PC. Eagles out to Witzenberg. Takes a long-range three, and she's well short of the mark, and the team rebound back to Pella. 2-2 is our score.
That's a little bit longer than Coach Brad Engbers wants to let that one fly.
Pella PC tied here with 6:08 remaining here in the first quarter, as the two teams testing the waters against each other's very solid defensive units. Pella more of a man-to-man defense in the half court. Pella Christian utilizing zone here early. Neg, long baseline jumper, flushed it.
Well, you mentioned the defense, Andrew. Both of these teams give up less than 50 points a game. In fact, they both give up less than 46 points a game. Defense is their calling card.
Here's Witzenberg on the top of the circle. Left side Bonnet looking for Van Gorp, who draws the entire defense, and on the pass, she'll back into the lane and shuffle her feet. And it's the first Eagles turnover back to Pella.
And so you saw with Jared Garland, you know, the foul on Peterson the first time when they tried to go one-on-one. This time it's, you know, they're playing man, but they've had two other defenders chase down. If Pella Christian's going to be successful, they've got to have players like Witzenberg, Bonnet, and Bosch shoot the Dutch out of that defense.
Peterson passes to Tauke in the corner. Nag, open three, falls off left side of the rim, no, and there's Van Gorp, her first rebound. Van Gorp is an automatic double-double, it seems, every game this season.
Had 21 rebounds against Oski. Let that number sink in, Andrew. 21 rebounds. She averages 12 on the season.
In the corner, it's Avery Baugh. Van Gorp hits the deck with some shuffling of the players. Meanwhile, the ball stays on the perimeter. Left corner now for Witzenberg. Looking for Van Gorp, and she'll turn into that defense. And a good close there by Kylie Tauke.
Yep, weak side help by Tauke. Again, if she gets a chance to go one-on-one, Van Gorp's going to get a clean shot at the rim. Pella trying to prevent that.
Madison Egg misses a point-blank shot, and then Van Gorp comes up with her second rebound. Good defense on the other side by PC. 4-2 Pella. 4.5 minutes to play here in the first. Pella Christian, though, with the ball, trying to get it back tied or a lead. And pass tipped out of bounds right in front of Coach Garland is Reagan Van Wyk, and Jasmine Namiga and Faith Deers both coming in.
Yeah, kind of right on cue, right at the 4.5 minute mark. That's when Coach Garland likes to make his first substitutions. Usually it would be Namiga and Tauke, but now Namiga and Deers tonight. And see if Faith can bring a little bit of that shooting that you mentioned from although a setback, she played well on Tuesday night. Shot well, at least.
Top of the circle, now center of the lane. This time, more positioning here for Van Gorp. Offensive rebound, blocked shot. It was Deers who came in, knocked it out, and gets the rebound for Pella after the third rebound for Van Gorp. Here's Deers, right wing, open three, falls off the front of the rim, no, and then a fight for the rebound and a whistle called. Wait to see what it is here, and that is a foul on PC's Witzenberg.
Now Van Wyk there will get credit for the rebound for Pella, and then Witzenberg commits the foul. One of these things, both teams, their guards really rebound the ball well. It's not just their bigs that rebound. Bonnet and Baugh especially are good rebounders for Pella. And Van Wyck, not a guard, but, as a smaller forward. And Faith Deers both really rebound the ball well.
Vanderwall, I should say, is well from three as she knocks it in. A good pass from Madison Negg. She was open in the corner, and Pella has opened their lead, and they'll call it a 2.
Yep.
On the other side, PC misses another shot in the paint, and the rebound goes to Reagan Van Wyck, and she's fouled. So check that on the three-pointer. It looked like she was in the corner, but her foot must have been on the line, so it is 6-2. No Hy-Vee Fuel Saver to give away just yet. However, Trevor, my streak is alive. All broadcast so far, all Fuel Saver.
Well, and especially with both teams crediting, if you don't give them all away tonight, there's a problem.
Down low, here's Jasmine Naminga. And good defensive positioning, but look at Reagan Van Wyck. She is a hustler. She gets another offensive rebound, and Faith Deers will cash it in for 2.
Wow, really good ball movement there for Pella, and especially the look from Vanderwall to Deers. PC, after the quick turnover, didn't recognize Deers under the bucket. Vanderwall did, and that's an easy deuce for the Dutch.
Skip past to Bonnet, flips it over to the freshly checked in Emery Agri. Right side, here's Witzenberg. Contested 3 is short. Off the front of the rim, though, here's Allison Van Gorp, and she'll put it in and 1. Allison Van Gorp at the line for 3.
And Allison has had some good opportunities inside in one-on-one situations already, just hasn't quite been able to cash in. That time, even with the contested foul, knocks it in, three-point play. Here's where she's really struggled. Let's see if she's got some free throws in her tonight.
Well, she's improved considerably, though, from this season to last. She will rim out, though, and it is Madison Negg, her second rebound, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. 8-5 rebounding advantage thus far for the Eagles, or for the Lady Dutch over the Eagles. Faith Deers triggers a 3, airmails it. Reagan Van Wyck tries to save the rebound. Still a loose ball bounding, and it's Naminga coming up with it. Kick it out, top of the circle, back to Deers. Pella will look to reset their offense here, and it's a tip, and it is nearly a steal, but it will go out of bounds off the leg of Anna Bonnet all the way on the PC side of the floor.
She is so quick with her hands, Andrew, and she really makes no bones about it. I mean, Anna is she's a gambler up at the top. She's going to go for balls that a lot of other players wouldn't go for, because if you miss, you put yourself in a bad position. Anna doesn't miss all that often.
Here's a tip and a steal for Emma Witzenberg as the ball was traveling over the half-court line, but then she will throw it away, and they will say last off of Pella. I think that was off of Bonnet, but she, as you said, got lucky on the call. It is Eagles ball after the second Pella turnover.
And just not a good pass from Witzenberg, all the way on the far sideline, going completely across court to a smaller player. That's a really tough pass to make because they don't have the height to go up and get it.
Well, it was also 2-on-3 numbers. Pella had the defense
Pull it back out. Reset.
Here's Bonnet in the half court looking for Van Gorp right underneath the hoop, and she'll dribble it off for her foot, or was she fouled?
Oh, they're going to get Reagan crashing down for a triple team there. And I guess the bump is what caused Allison to dribble it off her foot.
So it will stay PC basketball. 4 fouls for Pella thus far in this one.
I mean, just watch when Pella Christian tries to get Van Gorp the ball inside, which is every possession and should be every possession. It's just a swarm of green around her. They are not letting her touch it uncontested.
Anna Childerston is in the lineup for Coach Garland. In for the aforementioned Van Wyck after her first foul. 3 apiece for each team. Here's Witzenberg dribbling the perimeter. At the free throw line, picks it up, scoots it back out to Terpstra. Now back to Emma. Right side, Egri. Shot fake, dribble drive. She'll hand it off to Van Gorp. An elbow jumper is way off the mark, but an offensive rebound. Terpstra, and she'll just launch it high and in.
And she had to, because when she came down after that rebound, she was all the way underneath the basket, so she had to go high off the window because of the angle. Knocked it home.
Well, Pella will have Tauke dribble it over the timeline, then it's knocked into Van Gorp, and somehow recovering is Jasmine Naminga, and a circus shot off the glass and in.
If at first you don't succeed,
try and try again, and Naminga was able to get the ball back from Van Gorp and turn it into 2 points. Here's Allison, has it knocked away by Childerston. Turnover PC. Pella with numbers. Here is Peterson, has great body control in the paint, and Pella Christian had to fly in and foul her, and at the foul line for 2 free throws is the senior for the green and white.
Egri commits the foul for PC. Both teams with 3 fouls in the first 6.5 minutes of the game.
They've spread it out a little bit here so far, too. No one in any major foul trouble yet. First will miss for Peterson, so no free throw shots have gone in just yet for either team. and we will get a Pella Hy-Vee timeout. So Pella will take it. It is Coach Garland going to reset here with a 30-second timeout. And again, do want to remind you on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, all sorts of action coming up tomorrow. Pella will host PCM, 1:15 Midtown Tire Team Radio pregame show on 92.1 KRLS. The Pella wrestling team is at Solon at 9:30. Pella at Knoxville Bowling in Oskaloosa at 12:30. And Pella Christian will host Ticketing Bowling at 200 Dutch here at 1 p.m. The Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard.
You got anything going on after that Pella PCM game tomorrow, Andrew?
I've only asked for a late Christmas present if both Pella teams can handle business, get to 35 points in the second half, so I can go see number 12, the King of the North, go try and win a Super Bowl. First step.
Well, he won't try to win the Super Bowl tomorrow, but he'll try not to have no chance at winning a Super Bowl tomorrow, yes.
You, the Vikings fan, can probably.
I'm already there. We got no shot.
Second is in on the other side of the Pella Hy-Vee timeout is in for Peterson, her first point of the night. It's 11-6 Pella, and here comes some pressure now from Coach Garland and the defense.
Neither of these teams are particularly good free throw shooting teams, Andrew, and in what we expect to be a pretty close game, those free points are important.
Terpstra has it way outside even the volleyball line here in the formation. Looking for motion here on the offense. Van Gorp, a couple of dribbles. Left hand is in. Looking like older brother Josh with that good post move there.
Wow, she just bullied her way down onto the post to get the layup there. I mean, that's just Van Gorp using her size to her advantage. That's one thing that I've noticed out of Allison this year. She's become much more of a forceful, dominant post player rather than just a big post player.
Childerston will have it at the end of the Pella Christian bench to inbound. Lady Dutch up 11-8, 1:03 remaining here in the first quarter over the Eagles of Pella Christian. We're at Eagle Lane on 92.1 KRLS. Down low, Peterson, good give-and-go move, but Van Vark can't finish. Just into the game was Van Vark, and it's Pella basketball.
And there's Anna Bonnet, the smallest player on the floor, finding good positioning to get the rebound.
And now Bonnet flips it over right side, Terpstra. Terpstra shot fake, draws a double team. Here's Haley Van Vark and her 6-foot-tall frame or long arms, but then they leave Van Gorp wide open in the paint. Cash money, easy
and
two.
That's what I was almost trying to cut you off with, Andrew, just the battle between Van Gorp and Peterson.
Steele, Bonnet on the inbounds, can't get the layup to go, and then a tie-up on the rebound. Egri was able to get to it. Arrow will keep it with PC. But another Pella turnover and the first steal of the night for Anna Bonnet. So it will be Pella Christian's basketball underneath their own hoop. Avery Ball will trigger it in just back off the bench. It is the starting five in for PC with Bonnet, Terpstra, Van Gorp, and Witzenberg on the floor.
And, you know, it probably sounds like a bit of a broken record. I mean, it's like every possession I'm mentioning what's happening with Allison Van Gorp underneath. But that is what Pella Christian's offense is. It's trying to get her a touch in really a one-on-one situation, and Pella trying to not allow that to happen. That's what's going to happen on this side of the floor all night long.
16 seconds left. Bonnet open left wing. Eagles down by 1, 11-10. And a tip out of bounds. Van Wyk into the adjusted student section. And they'll say last off of Terpstra.
Well, and now Pella's got to realize 6.3. That's still plenty of time, but you have to realize it. You got to get the ball in the front court, run a play, get a shot.
And they'll pass it down to Peterson, who will just pop up a three with 3 seconds left. Didn't need to rush it. And then
that's a little unfortunate. I think they'll catch Van Wyk for a foul with like a half second left. I mean, it's a totally inconsequential situation other than the fact that it's the second foul and they let the quarter expire, Andrew.
The 5th rebound for Allison Van Gorp. It's 11-10. Pella leading Pella Christian after one. Rivalry basketball live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Check out some of our hottest deals of the week available right now at the Hy-Vee stores in Pella and Knoxville. $85.15 fresh ground chuck from the meat case is just $2.99 a pound. Select varieties of 6-ounce Hy-Vee yogurt cups are only 29 cents each. And Hy-Vee boneless beef top round roast is just $2.97 a pound. Take advantage of these and other hot deals now through Tuesday, January 19th at the Pella and Knoxville Hy-Vees.
Mark Van Gorp of Pella recently had Cabinet Design and Mike Blom do some remodeling on his home, and he highly recommends you hire them too.
I would recommend Mike and Cabinet Design to anyone who has any type of project, big or small. If you're looking for someone who has unique ideas and somebody who is very accessible and who really enjoys what he does, then Mike is definitely the guy to work with.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
And we're back inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Lady Dutch at the half-court line with a 1-point lead, 11-10 after one quarter, as it is Anna Vanderwall on the floor with Faith Deers, Annika Peterson, Kylie Tauke, and Madison Nag for the Lady Dutch in their road green uniforms. Shortest road trip of the year, and a 3-second violation for the Lady Dutch and their fourth turnover. Do want to thank our audience joining us on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. Thanks to Frank. And he's joined just next to him, his good buddy Jim Emmer, our friend at Pella High School.
Bit of the dream team up here, Andrew.
You know, if we have any tech problems, we got two guys here who can take care of it. Tip and nearly a steal, still a loose ball on the floor, as Vanderwall will eventually come up with it. So it is Pella basketball after the fourth Eagles turnover, and now the ball, like a hot potato, getting thrown around the court. Here's Tauke out to Vanderwall. Vanderwall off the elbow, kicks it out to Deers. Hand in her face is Avery Ball.
A bit of a fire drill there, Andrew. I mean, just nobody really ever could control the ball. Slow it down if you're the Dutch. Set up your offense.
Here is Peterson on the baseline, out to Anna Vanderwall. Bounce pass to Tauke. PC, again, a very strong defensive team in this Little Hawkeye Conference.
I'm going to tell you right now, I would hate to be guarded by Anna Bonnet.
And I'd hate to be guarded by Allison Van Gorp, who just rejects an elbow jumper from Peterson, gets the rebound. Baseline Terpstra is knocked into by Annika Peterson, and two foul shots.
Yeah, she came down very awkwardly.
We have...
Well, actually, she's holding her arm.
It just was a weird way she came down.
I almost thought she came down where she would have, like, twisted an ankle or a knee.
Do have a stoppage. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Allison Van Gorp, 6 points, 6 rebounds, now a block shot. Each team with 4 turnovers. 6 different Pella players have scored in this ball game. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. So 2 shots coming, and Coach Ingbers will have Carly Anderson come in to shoot at the line. So, after the injury to Terpstra, that is the foul on Peterson, the 5th for Pella in this half. Well, Agri then will come in and shoot. So,
well, you never want to see anybody get injured, but, you know, I guess the only benefit is you get to handpick who gets to shoot the free throws, although Brad Ingber's just a couple of choices. They don't go real deep on their bench.
Well, that's just the 5th free throw Agri has attempted this season. She's now 1 of 5. And now 2 of 6 as she makes 1 of 2.
Knotted up, 11-11, 6:48 to go, second quarter.
We are tied here at Eagle Lane. Namiga way outside the formation, has to go near half-court line to Tauke. Kylie Tauke dribbling with her right hand, working on Agri, kicks it out to Anna Vanderwall. Vanderwall tries to cross over Agri. PC staying steadfast in that zone defense. Have to watch Faith Deers outside as she's open. High elbow bounce pass, and finding the open Madison Nag, and a great feed in was Jasmine Namiga for the 2-pointer.
That's one of the ways to beat that 2-3 zone. You put somebody at the free throw line right in the middle of it. It forces the defenders either to let you shoot that shot or they have to come up and you can attack it from behind.
Here's Allison Van Gorp, a great feed in from Carly Anderson, and Van Gorp already dominant tonight, 8 points, 6 rebounds.
And she posted herself up. Good position, good pass. Pretty easy money from there.
We're tied up again, 13-all. Left corner, Nag, wide open 3. Yes, Madison Nag buries our first tray of the night. And Nag gives Pella a 3-point advantage. On the other side, it's Avery Baugh. Baugh hands it off to Emma Witzenberg. Witzenberg to Agri, all on the perimeter here, Anderson. Witzenberg posts up for a second, has to flip it back out to Agri. Now, Baugh for the answer. Yes, Avery Baugh responds with a long 3-pointer.
And that was in rhythm. That's what they want out of their guards. They don't want quick shots, but if it's open, shoot it.
Nag working on Van Gorp in transition, and she gets the spin move, senior to senior, and Nag is having a big night. She now leads all scorers with 9.
And she's their leading scorer at 16.4 points per game, and she's got all 7 for the Dutch here in this second quarter.
Offense is starting to take over here in the center of the lane. A beautiful jumper right in front of the free throw line for Emma Witzenberg, and we will get a Pella Hy-Vee timeout. We are tied up at 18-all. Trevor, back and forth we go.
Well, and I'm curious to see Jocelyn Terpstra, the status of her injury, because Brad Ingber's really only goes, so deep. They don't go 10, 11 players deep, really he wants to be around 8 deep, probably being forced to go one deeper on his bench than he would want to in a tight ball game. And so we hope Jocelyn's okay. We both saw it was a pretty awkward landing on that foul. We hope she's okay just for her own sake, but she's a key cog, just a sophomore, as you mentioned in the outset, Andrew, being thrust into a starting role because she's been playing so well this season. That would be a big loss if she's not on the floor.
It's a Pella Hy-Vee timeout and some fuel saver to give away with those back-to-back threes from Avery Ball and Madison Egg, as Jay Grand Prix has won 50 cents on his Hy-Vee fuel saver card. Folks, we have a loaded basketball season ahead of us. Stop by the Pella Hy-Vee and register for your chance to win in the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver Radio 3-Point Challenge. Knotted up 18-0. We've got a good first half. Pella and Pella Christian here on 92.1 KRLS. Top of the circle, Tauke thought about a shot, instead dribbles, and her shot rejected again. Second block of the night for Van Gorp, her 7th rebound. And here come the Eagles. Witzenberg down the floor, running the point. Directing traffic, hands it off to Baugh. Baugh. Left side, Bonnet for 3. Online but short. There's Van Gorp, another rebound. And now her shot blocked by Jasmine Naminga on the other side.
And that's a good job by Naminga, the sophomore, really holding strong against the senior Van Gorp.
And now Neg whips it out right side, and a Pella turnover, their 5th of this first half. 4:10 remaining second quarter. Pella 18, Pella Christian 18. Girls action live. And really the only action going on basketball-wise in South Central Iowa. Right side, Baugh tries again from 3, rims out, no good. But there's Van Gorp, an easy 2 on the putback. 9 rebounds, 10 points. Van Gorp is well on her way to another double-double.
Yeah, and as you said, ease. That was way too easy after the offensive rebound. There was nobody between her and the bucket to lay it in.
Pella now down by 2 as we go back and forth in this exciting second quarter of girls basketball action. High elbow, Naminga in the corner. Neg made it last time from there, but this time misses short, and it's Emma Witzenberg who collects the high rebound for PC. Here are the Eagles, and looks like some contact, and they will say the travel occurred before that contact, and the Eagles will give Pella a freebie.
One thing we haven't had much of tonight for Pella is offensive rebounding. When they shoot and miss, it's been mostly one and done, whereas on the other side, Pella Christian, Allison Van Gorp's been able to clean up a few offensive boards and be able to get some second chance points for the Dutch.
I've got 13 for PC already here in terms of overall rebounds here in this first half. Baugh nearly gets her mitts on a steal. Instead, Tauke will keep it, but she'll throw it away anyway. No, they'll say it was tipped.
Yeah, that was off PC.
So it will stay Pella basketball. Agri back in for Anderson, who provided some nice minutes defensively for Coach Ingberg, which is what he looks for once he gets beyond Emery on the bench. And good sign here is Terpstra jogging.
Yeah, that is great to see.
3:07 remaining. Pella down by 2 with the basketball, 20-18 against their crosstown rivals, Pella Christian. Dribble drive, third block shot for Allison Van Gorp. Rebound goes to Anna Bonnet. And now Witzenberg over the timeline. 3 blocks already for Allison. In the corner, here's Baugh. At the volleyball line, Bonnet looking for Van Gorp. This time the pass too high, and the Eagles will turn it over. Steal Faith Deers. And now Tauke on line 3. Misses, offensive rebound, and a first foul of the night called on Allison Van Gorp, as her dominant counterpart Neg is at the line for 2 shots.
And I just mentioned Pella hadn't been doing a real good job of offensive rebounding, but that time Neg was planted in the corner, ran the baseline as the shot went up, got good position. Now a chance to earn 2 at the line.
Neg is a 67% foul shooter. She'll make the first, leading the Lady Dutch in both makes and attempts, 25 of 37 coming in. Had a bit of a slow start after she was nearly an 80% foul shooter 1 season ago, but she's rapidly a volume shooter. She's their best offensive player.
Have not seen Reagan Van Wyk in this second quarter after she left with her second foul at the very last second in the first quarter.
Neg up to 10 points. She'll go 1 of 2. Rebound to Witzenberg. Eagles on their half of the floor. Witzenberg, baseline jumper is in. And that has been the money shot for Emma Witzenberg. Anything inside that free throw line and perimeter, she's a very good mid-range jumper.
And that's a lost art. I mean, basketball is becoming layups and three-pointers, but not for Emma Witzenberg.
Kennedy Van Vark is on the floor here. Also Haley Van Vark. So a couple of Van Varks in for Coach Garland. Baseline pass, and it's thrown away. as Van Gorp will come up with her first steal and the 6th Pella turnover as they match each other in that unfortunate category. Here's Agri. 1:48 remaining in the second. Pella Christian leading 22-19. Looking for more on a three-pointer is Witzenberg, no, and Kennedy Van Vark will knock it in. On the rebound. And now Haley Van Vark is fouled on her way up to the hoop. Terpstra back on the floor and hacks her on the arm. So Haley Van Vark wears number 34. Kennedy Van Vark wears number 32, and they couldn't be any more different height-wise.
Right.
For Coach Garland. I believe Kennedy is his shortest player on the roster and Haley his tallest. Both have unique talents.
And they're both young. You know,
Yep.
Kennedy's a freshman, Haley's a sophomore. I mean, you're kind of seeing the next wave of Pella basketball with, you know, Jasmine Naming as a sophomore. You know, Kylie Talkie's a sophomore.
Well, and don't forget, Vanderwall's got another season too.
Yeah, you lose Nag and Peterson, which will be
tough.
And Deers, you know, they lose some talent, but you always do. It's nice to see some talent coming behind it.
1 of 2 for Haley Van Vark. Pella Christian through the press break. Van Gorp, here's Bonnet. 22-20, Pella Christian up by 2. Out to Emma Witzenberg, who loses the handle. That basketball had some English on it as it spins into the front row, and the 7th Eagles turnover of the half.
And that was one of those where it's just a reminder that you always have to be paying attention. You can't take anything for granted. Emma just went like that was a laissez-faire moment. You know, I'm going to catch it, move on. You got to catch it first.
In the corner, Nag for the lead, no. But Kennedy Van Vark will get the offensive rebound and keep this possession live here for Pella Christian. And then a 3 is in. As Madison Nag buries it on the extra opportunity for Pella. 23-22, Lady Dutch back up, but Van Gorp with the answer for 2. And it doesn't for Allison Van Gorp, and the Eagles back on top, 24-23. 41 seconds left until the half.
And that's best teams, both players doing what they do best. Nag shooting, Van Gorp pounding it inside.
And a pass tipped out of bounds off of Witzenberg from Haley Van Vark out. Anna Childerston in gives quite a shooting presence for Coach Garland off the bench. 29 seconds left here in the second quarter. Pella basketball down by 1. 24-23 Eagles on defense. Agri in the face of Vanderwall and will knock it out again. And that's the signature for Coach Ingber's team on the perimeter. They just get their hands in. Sometimes they get in some foul trouble, but if the officials aren't calling it too tight, they find themselves a lot of forced turnover.
They're pickpocket artists, and they're also hands in the passing lane specialists. They really get after and contest every ball.
That time was just a freebie given away by Pella, a throwaway out of bounds by Childerston. And with 15 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, Pella Christian has an opportunity to add to a 1-point lead. Emma Witzenberg is over the half-court line. Van Vark is in her face. Left side, Agri. Back to Emma. Out to Jocelyn Terpstra. Terpstra unloads. 3 is short. Offensive rebound, Emery Agri. And a 3 again. Left side doesn't go. And this time a loose ball will fall harmlessly to the floor. And we have a good one after 1. Pella Christian leads Pella. Girls basketball action, 24-23. As we head to the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show coming up right after this on 92.1 KRLS.
Are you looking for something delicious or something different? The Wood Iron Grill in Oskaloosa is just what you're looking for. Handcrafted creations and daily chef features are always available. No matter the weather, come on over after work for an appetizer or with family and friends for a fantastic meal and charming atmosphere. Don't forget about takeout or curbside pickup. We'll make sure you have everything you need to bring the flavor of Wood Iron Grill back to your home. The Wood Iron Grill, making memories one plate at a time.
So you want to buy your first home, but you don't have enough for a down payment. Good news. See First Credit Union has a first-time homebuyers grant program. As a first-time home buyer, you could qualify for up to $5,000 towards your down payment. It also comes with our team of local experts, mortgage education, and quick processing. If you're in the market for your first home and worried about qualifying, don't give up. Call See First at 866-360-5370 or go to c1stcu.com. NCUA insured, equal housing opportunity.
In 2020, area residents saved $220,350 with the Prez listing advantage compared to a 6% commission.
Our 46 home sellers saved an average of $4,790.
But just because we discount our commission doesn't mean you're getting discounted services. We utilize the best marketing tools and the most modern sales processes.
Learn more about the Prez listing advantage and let us sell your home by calling 628-1-BUY for Pella Real Estate Services.
You gave your kids a new puppy or kitten for Christmas. Let's make sure we take care of him. This is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, and we have a new puppy and kitten program that provides the attention they need. It involves physical exams, vaccinations, diets, and most importantly, information for you so that you can provide the best care for your new family member. Schedule your new puppy or kitten visit by calling Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They take care of pets because they love them.
For 85 years, Marion County Bank has been locally owned, and we continue that tradition today. We've worked hard to become the premier bank in Marion County by serving the needs of individual customers and local businesses alike. We offer the latest in online and mobile banking services while striving to give you the personalized service you've come to expect from your community bank. Stop in or visit us online for all your financial needs. Offices in Pella, Knoxville, and Melcher, Dallas. Marion County Bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Tim Grotenhuis, owner of Culver's Restaurant here in Pella, and I'd like to say thank you to my staff and the community. You voted our fresh, never frozen burger as the best burger in Marion County. Thank you to our loyal guests for supporting us, and thank you to my staff for the hard work you put in every day to make sure we're putting out not only Marion County's best burgers, but also our famous frozen custard and all of the other great menu items at Culver's. We're locally owned and involved in your community, Culver's Restaurant in Pella.
And we welcome you to the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, there no appointment oil change and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. And what a good first half we had to open things up. It's Pella Christian leading Pella 24-23 in girls varsity basketball action. And Trevor, we can go inside the numbers written by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation.
Let's start first with the Pella Christian Eagles, who have a 1-point lead on the scoreboard, 24-23. Allison Van Gorp leading the way with 12 points and 9 rebounds. 4 points for Emma Witzenberg, 3 for Avery Baugh, 2 for Jocelyn Terpstra, and 1 for Emery Agri. For the Lady Dutch of Pella, 13 points and 4 rebounds for Madison Negg. And then everybody else just chipping in a little bit. 2 points for Reagan Van Wyk, 2 for Faith Deers, 2 for Anna Vanderwall, 2 for Jasmine Naminga, and a free throw apiece for Haley Van Vark and Annika Peterson. Pella Christian leading the rebounding at 18-14. Turnovers just about even. I've got Pella with 7 and Pella Christian at 8. And that's Inside the Numbers, written by Fairway Mortgage. If you're looking to get a new mortgage, buying a new home, still need to refi, interest rates are great. You can call on any member of Marion County's mortgage professionals. Jeff Naminga, any member of his team at Fairway Mortgage in Pella.
Hey, we're customers too. We're going through the refi right now.
Monday, I got a Monday refi, yep.
Jeff and his work as well. This is the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. We'll take a quick commercial timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at your second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. Your halftime score, Pella Christian Girls 24, Lady Dutch 23 live on 92.1 KRLS.
There's a place in downtown Pella that takes you right to the heart of Amsterdam. A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and Dutch architecture providing a classic old world atmosphere. Welcome to the Molengraat. The Molengraat is home to some of Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful You Salon, Pella Nail Salon, and Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You can even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
The goal is always to live a life worth remembering. At McCall Monument, the goal is to make remembering beautiful and lasting. Even if you choose to be cremated, you can have that custom you tribute. McCall Monument wants to create a place for friends and family to reminisce and smile as they reflect on your life.
In all our years in business, we have never called on a grieving family, and we never will. In your family's time of need, our family is here for you. When you're ready, when it's time, call McCall Monument.
Memories become treasure. McCall Monument.
Norm Road
Rosendahl Tiling in Monroe has been a trusted expert in the Marion and Jasper County areas for more than 40 years. They're experienced in understanding the contour of the land to identify how water management can help your farm or business, and they work with you to develop a draining solution that's right for your project using precision intake products. In addition to tiling, they install septic systems and water lines, as well as site preparation for new construction with their backhoe, excavator, and bulldozer services. Call Caritha at 259-2651 for a free estimate on your next project, or visit rosendahltiling.com.
Dedication to consistently provide quality products and customer service. The employees at Precision Pulley and Idler must be dedicated to their jobs so they can meet or exceed the customer's needs. This is why Precision Pulley and Idler stands behind and supports our local student athletes for the effort and dedication they show on the hardwood, wrestling mats, alleys, and throughout their school's hallways. Precision Pulley and Idler encourages our area students to combine a strong work ethic and attitude to achieve their goals this season. Precision Pulley and Idler, we keep it moving.
And we're back inside our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show, where it's the Pella Christian girls leading by 1 over Pella, 24-23. Trevor, we take a look at our second half adjustments presented by the Young Door Service. I think both teams honestly have executed what they want to execute. Pella wants the ball in the hands of Madison Negg, creating on all points on the floor. Pella Christian wants the ball in Allison Van Gorp's hands. Both have been successful so far. I think otherwise both teams defensively have done a very nice job forcing turnovers against one another. Pella probably wants to rebound the ball a little bit better. Pella Christian wants to take advantage of some of those turnovers they've been forcing. If you're looking for a little nitpicking, it's been a good half of basketball.
And I don't see either coach really making any big-time adjustments. There, as to your point, offensively they're doing what they want, and really defensively they're doing what they want. You know, there are times when Jared Garland is, I don't want to say backing away from Allison Van Gorp, but he's trying to mix it up. He's gonna go one-on-one with Peterson or Naminga every once in a while down inside, but for the most part, he's going to help off and send 2 or 3 defenders at Allison and try to make it really, really difficult. And so it just, can Pella Christian recognize when those one-on-one opportunities are there, and can they avoid throwing it down low when there's a double team or a triple team, which is when Pella Christian really struggles, because sometimes Allison gets a little bit too tunnel vision and has already made up her mind that she's going to try to do something. And I don't care how good you are, when you have 2 or 3 defenders on you, almost impossible. Other side for Pella, hey, they want Madison Negg shooting the ball from outside, and she really loves the corner spot, and that happens to be an open spot against this Pella Christian zone defense. They're going to keep finding her. She's going to keep shooting. If she can knock him down, Pella's got a good chance to win.
I think the difference maybe in the second half is who steps up beyond those 2 players, right? Because I think that's been the story for Pella Christian. When they've won their games, Emma Witzenberg's had double figures scoring. When they haven't, she's either been off the floor or had a bad night. Meanwhile, for Pella, I think they've got to find someone else in that supporting cast to catalyze this offense and get it going just a little bit more. Obviously, Madison's a tremendous player. She's going to get hers every single night. I think it's the team that comes up with that secondary or third player that's the winner in my mind.
And nobody has scored more than 4 points other than Allison Van Gorp and Madison Negg. So that hasn't happened yet. Somebody can get hot. If Faith Deers can find a little stretch where she knocks down 3 shots, or Emma Witzenberg gets confident and puts up some shots and knocks them down, I think that's how it's going to happen. I think somebody else is going to get hot, score 6 or 8 points in a 2 or 3 minute stretch, give their team a little cushion, and maybe that's enough to get the win.
Second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. One of the quickest ways to adjust the look of your home is a new garage door from the gurus of garage doors at DeYoung Door Service in Pella. And that wraps up the first of our 2 Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime shows tonight. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Shonda Ward and his crew next to Walmart in Pella. Speaking of young voices singing,
yeah.
I don't think they can get there anymore, can they?
I heard a commercial break back-to-back today. Jamison and I did some brand appeal commercials, and right followed, so that was 13-year-old Jamison, and right followed behind it was a veterinarian commercial when he was like 4 or 5 years old. We've put these kids to work throughout the years, Andrew.
Jeff Namigo with a very kind set of text messages for you, Trevor. As we begin our second half of action, it will be Pella Christian basketball 24 over Pella 23. Live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Avery Ball will carry it over the timeline, and we are underway after a great first half of action to kick off this Tulip City Showdown.
Hey, you ever want to know where Jeff Namiga is? Just look for the flannel.
Oh, yes, the flannel, especially this time of the year. There's a pass tipped out of bounds by Pella. Will stay with the Eagles. Looks like the Pella faithful has their full complement for the night across the way. student section and parent-wise. Eagles, decent crowd in front of us as well. Here's Witzenberg, Bonnet dribbles, center of the lane, puts up a shot, off the window, rattles in.
And that's not usually her game, but she saw an opening, and credit to her. Anna attacked, put up a good shot, knocked it down.
Eagles up by 3, 26-23. Faith Deers right side between the circles, Anna Vanderwall. Vanderwall dribbling with her right hand to the left. It goes to Reagan Van Wyk, who has 2 fouls. Center of the lane, Neg kicks it out Deers. Deers passes up the shot, instead heaves it over to Vanderwall, who heaves it over to Van Wyk, trying to shake off a couple of Eagles defenders.
That sounds like
Anna.
you on a Friday night, Andrew, heaving.
Yes, very much so. As you know, my activities. There's a dribble, baseline, high off the window, and back at it is Madison Neg as she picks up where she left off in the first half. 15 points for the senior. And there's a tip and a steal, Reagan Van Wyk. This is for the lead in transition. The layup is in, counted and one, and Reagan Van Wyk puts Pella back on top.
And clearly that was one of the things that was missing for Pella, with Reagan on the bench the entirety of the second quarter with 2 first-quarter fouls. She's really good offensively running the baseline. She's a great rebounder, and she's quick out on the edge.
Van Wyk can pour it in. She's an 80% free throw shooter coming into the week. And it'll flush home, and 5 points for Van Wyk in limited action. Puts Pella up by 2, 28-26. Third foul, meanwhile, for Jocelyn Terpstra of the Eagles. And now Pella chasing ball. No-look pass to Terpstra, and she'll lay it up on the answer in transition, as Avery Ball has really improved her facilitating, and Pella will throw it away on the other side. Turnover, Lady Dutch.
Now, you mentioned this the other night, too, against Grinnell, not to, have Pella fans start getting the shakes. But that's not when they're at their best. They're not really a real super quick team. Tends to be when some of their mistakes happen.
So Pella Christian has tied it 28-all, as you would expect after a couple of big plays from Pella. Eagles right back in it. Bounce past Bonnet. Bonnet finds an opening, lobs it for Van Gorp. Spin move, no. Good positioning there by Pella, and Vanderwall will claw the rebound away and clear it for Pella. Here are the Dutch, and here's Avery Ball forcing a jump ball. There's those sticky fingers for the Eagles. Yet again, flipping the arrow. It will stay with Pella.
Have you seen better hair this year than what Avery Ball's rocking right now, Andrew?
I can't say I have, and I'm glad I still have a full head, but I don't know if
that would take you about 4 years, Andrew.
Yes. Off the elbow, and the inbounds, and in for Annika Peterson.
And I'm not sure that that's what that inbounds is designed to do, but if you're going to leave her wide open from 12 feet out, knock it down, young lady.
6:03 remaining. Pella now back up on top, 30-28, as we go back and forth on a seesaw between these two friendly rivals. Down low, Van Gorp. Spin move, can't finish. And another rebound for Vanderwall in the quarter. And a spin move on the other side, can't finish from Madison Neg. Neither star able to come up with that one, but it's a long offensive rebound out to Vanderwall. Pella keeps the possession, baseline kick out. Neg left wing for 3, off the mark, no, but another offensive rebound. Here comes the offensive glasswork here for Pella. Deers in the corner, lets it fly. That's off the right side of the rim, no, but another offensive rebound, Pella. Madison Neg, 4 on the possession so far. Extra chances abound here for the Lady Dutch. And there's a spin move. Another offensive rebound for Reagan Van Wyk on a poor shot off the bottom of the backboard. Kick it out, and then Pella will throw it away after 5 offensive rebounds in the possession.
I mean, that was an impossible possession right there. I mean, so far, Pella's out-rebounding PC 6-0 in this half. Pella Christian hasn't got a rebound yet. As you said, 4 offensive rebounds on that possession, and so many, chance after chance after chance, and then you just end up throwing it away.
Here's Emma Witzenberg with Vanderwall in her face as she crosses over the half-court line. Hand off to Bonnet, right side, Agri just into the game. Bonnet with her right hand. Couple of passes around. Here's Witzenberg. Laser in for Allison Van Gorp, and she backs in, and she's fouled. And either way, a Pella player will pick up their 3rd foul, as Peterson is called with that one. Van Wyk was the other defender, so a little bit of dangerous territory there for Pella. And their first foul of the half puts a very good post defender in foul trouble.
And well-executed play by Pella Christian to get Van Gorp on a pin-down screen one-on-one with Peterson,
What a
which
move
is a mismatch.
by Emma Witzenberg. It was a handoff as she got it from Allison Van Gorp on the inbound, and Witzenberg's up to 6, and we're tied again at 30. And there's Anna Bonnet, her second steal. Pass up ahead. Witzenberg can't finish. Agri fights hard for the rebound. Body's hitting the floor, and it's a rebound eventually to Anna Vanderwall, her 5th of the game, all coming here in this quarter. 30-30 tie. Pella Christian nagged to break it for 2 as she strong arms it to the rim.
Wow, and she caught that pass down around her knees. I'm not sure how she got it up high enough to get a shot away in traffic. Really tough move.
17 points for that senior. And the other senior, Van Gorp, will get the friendly roll as she gets her first bucket of the second half, and we're tied at 32.
And that was hanging on the front of the rim, like only a quarter of the ball on the rim, and it somehow fell in rather than out.
And here's a steal for Emery Agri. Agri up ahead to Bonnet. Bonnet will finish off the window and in. In transition, off the turnover, the 4th Pella turnover of the half. A Pella High V timeout, and we'll take it with them. 34-32. What a fun night of girls basketball on 92.1 KRLS.
Do you have friends or family coming to Pella? You should give them the full Pella experience and book them the Visit Pella package at the Amsterdam Hotel. They'll get an overnight stay in our beautifully remodeled hotel, plus 2 tickets to the historical village and the Vermeer Windmill. And they'll get $50 in Pella bucks to spend around town, all for just $280 for a one-night stay. That's a lot of money to me, but I'm only 8. It's a really great deal. So make your guests a reservation and book the Visit Pella package at the Amsterdam Hotel on the Molengracht in Pella.
Back inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth, you are listening to Pella High and Pella Christian basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on FM 92.1 KRLS Pella Knoxville, KRLS HD1 Knoxville Pella. Andrew Schneider and Trevor Castle. I tweeted before the game with that image of Dick Vanderlaan. I was hoping for a classic. Maybe Dick's giving us a little gift here tonight. It's been a great game so far.
And we expected that if these two teams both played up to their capabilities, they are 2 pretty evenly matched teams. And I think Pella maybe had an early 6-point lead. It was like 8-2. Pella Christian got off to a bit of a sluggish start, but it was pretty quickly 8-8 or 10-8, and I'm not sure it's been more than a 4-point game since then.
3:41 remaining here in the third on the other side of a Pella High V timeout. 34-32, Anna Vanderwall dribbling through the tough defense of Anna Bonnet. Anna Crime would be there if there was a steal or a turnover. Vanderwall has it this time with Agri in her face between the circles. Right side Van Wyk. Baseline, Nag. Nag finds another opening and a tough shot. Falls as she falls to the floor and finds the backboard for the field goal.
Again, just a really difficult shot angle from a really tough location. Down around her hip.
Carly Anderson in for PC. Here's Bonnet over to Witzenberg. Witzenberg sets and fires for 3, no. And the rebound is controlled by Faith Deers. And here come the Lady Dutch. We're tied at 34. 2:54 remaining here in the third quarter. As Pella in their half-court set, Deers, right wing, off the screen from Naminga, has it poked away by Bonnet, and they've eventually got to call the foul as Deers is knocked to the ground.
There is no ball that Anna Bonnet doesn't think that she can get her hands on.
And she's right more often than not. That's her second foul, team second of the half, so low fouls here in this third quarter. Tied at 34. These quality Little Hawkeye Conference schools showing why the middle of the conference is such a dangerous place to play. In the corner, Nag lets it fly, no. Neither team yet to find a tray here in the second half, and the rebound goes to Witzenberg of PC. Emma tries to answer on the other side, also short.
That shot just has not been there for her tonight.
Agri on the rebound. She'll get it out to Witzenberg. Witzenberg, dribble, drive, can't get it to go. Van Gorp to the double-double, and she will finish with a friendly roll. 16 points, 10 rebounds for Allison Van Gorp. Pella Christian back on top, 36-34 in the corner. Faith Deers can't get a 3 to fall, but here's Jasmine Naminga getting her mitts on the offensive board. Bounce pass to her cousin, Anna Vanderwall.
Van Gorp has really worked on the English around the rim, and you can see it's paid off. The last 2 buckets she's got, Andrew, they were on the outside of the rim and found their way back in.
Neg this time is bodied by a couple of Eagles defenders. We'll see who they call it on, and it's Witzenberg. And I'm not sure Emma needed to get in on that one as Van Gorp was about to block that one out of bounds. But that's just her first foul for Witzenberg with 1:43 remaining here in the third, 36-34. PC on top by 2, but Madison Egg at the line will make the first. A 20-point night already for the brilliant senior, who will very likely end up on the first team all-conference list and likely on some all-state lists before this season is over, or rather after the season is over.
We know where she's going next year?
Orange City Northwestern College.
Okay. All right.
So we had a couple of college-bound basketball players as Allison Van Gort made the announcement with you, Trevor, on Tuesday. She's staying home.
Yeah, she's following in big brother Josh's footsteps. He'll get a chance to make his debut next weekend, next Saturday for the Central Dutch. Allison will be playing for the Dutch next year for Coach Joe Steinkamp.
Madison Nag is 2 of 2, and we're tied yet again, Trevor. I wish I was keeping track of ties and lead changes because this has been nothing but back and forth. Witzenberg's shot is short on the runner, and just back into the game is Tauke. She'll get the rebound.
Does a lot count?
Yes. And look who's having a night still.
Wow.
Madison Nag has 10 points already here in this third quarter, and she has taken this game over 38-36. Pella back on top. My highly unofficial count is around 18 or 19.
But here's the deal. It's what you talked about at halftime. Who else is going to step up? Because right now what Nag is doing, it's keeping Pella in this game, but they're not able to pull away. They need somebody else if they want to do that.
Out to Agri. Agri wide open for 3. That's short. The 3 balls are just not falling here in this third quarter, and Tauke gets her 3rd rebound of the game. Down low, a kick out. Neg in the corner for 3. It's short again, but this time a long offensive rebound. Kylie Tauke again with her mitts on it. Now right side, shot fake, off the elbow. And that one will fall off the front of the rim, no good. And it's Witzenberg, her 5th board collected. Eagles with the ball down by 2. Out to Anderson. Back over to Terpstra. Here's Witzenberg. Now Agri with 23 seconds left. Anderson open 3. She can't get it to go. But the offensive rebound and the spin move again for Allison Van Gort. 18 points, 11 rebounds.
And she had no business getting that rebound. She just plucked it away, turned around, knocked it in.
Great positioning tonight. There's a tip pass for Terpstra that goes over the half-court line. It was
2 seconds, Andrew.
With 1 second remaining at the buzzer. No three-pointer again, but it has been an ultimately fun game. 38-all, Pella and Pella Christian. We've got a 4th quarter worth watching and listening to when we come back right after this, live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
Even a mild winter can take a toll on your roof. Between the freeze and the thaw, you may need new shingles. Certainly, if you're going to get new shingles, you're going to get CertainTeed shingles from Dutch Mill Supply in Pella. CertainTeed Roofing offers a wide array of residential roofing shingle options.
Dutch Mill Supply, located in Pella, is your only locally owned, one-stop, full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. My name is Joshua Payne. My staff and I are here daily for professional service from the guy next door. Our product line is diverse, and we'll get you what you need quickly and at a competitive price.
At Lely, we continue to provide the latest innovations for the dairy industry. Our robotic milking systems put more milk in the tank with less effort. Our robotic feeding systems provide optimal feed efficiency for a healthy and productive herd. And we have a line of innovative barn products that create an animal-friendly environment focused on the cow's well-being and comfort. Lely, a worldwide pioneer in dairy farm automation, with our North American headquarters right here in Pella, is proud to be a part of the community.
Back inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. And in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Trevor, what a ball game so far.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's, as I said at halftime, it hasn't, other than very early in the game, it hasn't fluctuated outside of a 4-point game. It's been back and forth. What I'm waiting for, both teams struggled from three-point lane. We put up a lot of three-point shots in that third quarter. If one team can knock down 2 or 3 of those here in this fourth quarter, it's probably the difference.
And a pass tipped, and there's Reagan Van Wyk as she gets her second steal, turnover, PC. And down on the other side, a sea of arms on the rebound after the layup doesn't go in.
Both teams with 10 turnovers now after that steal by Van Wyk.
And now PC on their half of the floor. And center of the lane, Witzenberg, the floater is in. Left-handed for Emma Witzenberg. She has 8 points. And PC back on top by 2, 40-38. That was, by the way, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Lady Dutch with their half of the floor, and Namiga's tied up. There's Anna Bonnet. Who else to force that arrow flip yet again? Namiga just Didn't realize that there were Eagles defenders collapsing on her, and then there's Anna.
If Bonnet is by you, she's always going for the ball.
Pella will get the inbounds after the arrow, and they'll find an open Annika Peterson for two. Again, she's not the highest scorer for Pella, but she has such great body control in the paint, and she found the opening.
And Pella's had a couple of inbounds plays that have led to easy buckets here, really well executed.
We're tied at 40 again, and here's Reagan Van Wyk again, her second steal of the quarter. Step back three for Tauke, and three is in. That's a big one in transition as Kylie Tauke buries it from downtown.
And as I said, if somebody can get hot from outside, either an individual or a team, it's probably the difference in a close game.
We'll have some Hy-Vee field saver to give away in just a moment. Meanwhile, down low, Van Gorp can't get the first to go, but her putback is in.
And she does that about 3 or 4 times a game, Andrew. She gobbles up her own offensive rebounds, and usually when that happens, it's an easy putback basket.
Meanwhile, Pella will turn the ball over for a 5th time, and Wes Klein has won 50 cents on his Hy-Vee field saver card with that Tauke three. We're giving away field savers during every Pella and Pella Christian broadcast this season. Stop by the Pella Hy-Vee and register for your chance to win and clean Derek Sparks out in the Hy-Vee Field Saver Radio 3-point challenge.
And we haven't had any of those tonight. We won't have any Strauver Cellular Instant Radio updates. All the other games on the network postponed today because of the snow. So this is the only game in town. Glad to have you listening along, folks.
It is a good one. As ball at the top of the key will miss the three. Bounces on the baseline. Team rebound goes to Pella. 6:05 remaining here in the fourth. It's Pella leading 43-42 over Pella Christian in a great girls opener to kick off our Tulip City Showdown here tonight. As Madison Nag flips it over to Peterson. Peterson left side, Nag. Madison in the center of the lane, there's contact, and the foul will get called on Van Gorp.
And Madison is slow to get up.
So is
Van
Allison.
Gorp is slower to get up.
The two titans for both these teams, and you know, Nag was a little out of control, but Van Gorp kind of fell with her, and then that's when the call went over to Pella. That is the second foul on Allison. Inbound to Nag. Nag dribbles with her right hand looking for some space. Out to Tauke, and there's Bonnet. Bonnet kind of hit the deck after she tipped the pass away. Nearly fell over. Nag from the free throw line. Wraparound pass to Reagan Van Wyk, and an obvious travel not called, and then a foul called on Anna Bonnet. I'm not sure how they missed the first one, as Van Wyk juggled the pass. Can't juggle it to yourself, unfortunately. Or maybe he is, fortunately, in basketball, but it will stay Pella ball, and that's a big foul on Bonnet, her third.
5.5 minutes left, 1-point game. Pella Christian 43-42. We got a good one down the stretch here, folks.
This is one of our longer possessions here for the Lady Dutch. Reagan Van Wyk without a shot of any kind. Tauke looking in the corner. Nag was calling for it all the way and can't get it to fall. Rebound to Terpstra, who also has 3 fouls.
And as good as Madison's game has been tonight, she's scored 23. Her shot from outside really hasn't been on. It's been a lot of close range stuff for Madison.
And there's a Pella Hy-Vee timeout. We will keep it right here. A full minute timeout from Coach Ingvers. 43-42, Pella Christian with the ball, down by 1 against Pella. Let's take a look at your Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Full day of action coming up tomorrow. Pella will host PCM for a doubleheader. I'll have the call with John Holterhouse, 1:15 from Pella High School on 92.1 KBLS and Pella Dutch Live on YouTube. Pella Wrestling is at Solon, 9:30 in the morning. Pella's at Knoxville in Oskaloosa for bowling at 12:30 p.m. And Pella Christian will host Sigourney here in town at 1 o'clock in bowling action on the Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Andrew Schneider and Trevor Castle locked in a classic girls basketball game. Last year, Trevor, it was the boys that gave us all the fireworks. We went to double overtime in the first one. The second one was a pretty good game, too. Pella pulled away late in that one. But this year, it seems to be right now at least reserved for these girls.
Yeah, and I would say this, obviously this has been a great game, and I expect a great finish. This is going to end up, my prediction, this is going to end up the highlight of the night is the girls game. We talked about it in the pregame. The boys, bit of a mismatch. You never know, especially when these two teams get together, and regardless, it's why you play the games. But we got a really good one here tonight, and 5:13 left with the Eagles up by 1.
43-42, Pella Christian down by 1 with the basketball.
Yeah, thank you. I said the Eagles up 1, Eagles down 1 with the ball.
That's it. In this rivalry, sometimes you can get the scoreboard, especially when it's this close, mixed up. Looking for Van Gorp. Here comes that double team, and she'll have to put up a prayer of a shot. It is not answered, as it was kind of an awkward, not even jumper. She kind of just shot-putted it towards the hoop, and Peterson comes up with it. Tauke looking for another big three, can't get it to go. It just sticks right into the hands of Van Gorp on the other side. A baker's dozen off the glass for Allison. At her season averages are just above in points and in rebounds now with 4.5 to play in the fourth.
And they really want to run the offense through her, but Coach Jared Garland doesn't want to allow that to happen.
Especially now that we're getting down to that crunch time. Witzenberg out to Agri. And there's Van Gorp. She'll put it through the defense anyway for 2.
Got her defender pinned straight behind her from straight in front of the basket. Drop step off glass and in.
22 points for Van Gorp, 23 for Madison Eng on the other side. Neither one has been off the floor in this entire game. And you don't expect them to the way they're playing here tonight.
That's not happening.
With 4:07 remaining here in the fourth, it's Anna Vanderwall pass tipped out of bounds by Emma Witzenberg. 44-43, PC up by 1.
By the way, it is jersey night tonight in both student sections, so
they do coordinate.
We'll have to pick our favorite jersey, Andrew.
I don't see my number. I do see a number 12 over there. Never mind. Here's Van Wyk, and should have been called with a travel again. And then
then they catch Bonnet on the foul, and she's frustrated. That's her 4th.
Oh, that's not a good sequence there for PC. On what, again, should have been the second travel of the night. Apparently, Reagan Van Wyk is given the extra step here.
The first one was a travel, and then after she got away with it, it was a foul on Bonnet, but it should have never got there if you're a PC fan.
3:51 remaining here in the fourth. Bonnet will have to be careful. She's their best defender, but they're taking away her tools here with 4 fouls, but she'll go and poke it in anyway and force the steal. Never mind. I'll stand corrected on this one as Witzenberg will come up with the 6th Pella turnover of the half. PC has a chance to add to their 1-point lead with 3.5 remaining here in the fourth.
Here's the deal, Andrew. You know, it's like when you see a cookie laying on the counter, you're going to reach out and grab it. When Anna sees the ball go by her, she's going to reach out and try to knock it away.
She has 4 fouls, and she'll take it strong to the hole and finish for 2. And Anna Bonnet has 6 points, and PC up by 3, 46-43. And the narrative for the Lady Dutch all season long, as we'll get a Pella Hy-Vee timeout from Coach Garland, has been, can they win the close one? Well, they're in trouble yet again, and we'll take a commercial timeout. When we come back, we'll have more of your fourth quarter. 46-43, Pella Christian, 3:08 remaining in the fourth quarter. Live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
COVID-19 testing is now available at the Hy-Vee pharmacies in Pella, Knoxville, and Oskaloosa. Through a partnership with eTrue North, you can get your COVID-19 test right at our pharmacy. If you're feeling any symptoms or have been exposed to someone with COVID, go to doineedacovid19test.com. You'll schedule your appointment online, get tested in the pharmacy, and have your results emailed to you within 3 to 5 days. If you feel you need to get tested, go to doineedacovid19test.com to schedule your appointment at the Hy-Vee pharmacy closest to you.
And we're back inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Andrew Schneider and Trevor Castle coming to you from the site of a great girls basketball game. And my money, one of the best girls basketball games we've had on the air, period. Both teams, Trevor, playing really well. I don't think there's been a ton of egregious mistakes. I think they're both in midseason form, and it's just a really good back and forth basketball game. Pella, I talked about it right before the break, though. They're in another one of these situations where they're down late. Can they finally come back and win one?
Well, we'll find out in 3 minutes and 8 seconds, or maybe 7 minutes and 8 seconds, or maybe 11 minutes and 8 seconds. But this one's coming down to the wire, and you're right, Andrew. The Lady Dutch don't have a real good track record this season of closing out close games.
Pella's 5-5 on the year. Pella Christian 7-5 overall. Both teams looking for quality conference wins here down the stretch. Here's Namiga out to Deers. Deers over to Tauke. Eagles flying to the basketball here on defense, and Namiga challenged Van Gorp and did not get that battle won. 14 rebounds for Allison. And she bodied Namiga off that rim there. 2:41 remaining. Eagles can take big control here with a 2 or a 3.
And since the first quarter, neither team has led by more than 4 points.
Well, and that's where PC, Bonnet, it was a good move there by Anna Vanderwall. Bonnet ended up touching the ball, and just unfortunate that she pinned it to the floor on the other side of the half-court line, and that's the 4th Eagles turnover of the half.
Yeah, over and back on Pella Christian there. Each team with 12 turnovers in the game, and yeah, it's really been a pretty clean game from that perspective.
especially for a Pella team that struggled at times with their turnovers. Left side, Tauke, baseline, contested 2, no. Offensive rebound, Deers can't get the putback to go, and then a tie-up on the rebound will take it over to Pella Christian.
Boy, that was really a tough break for Pella because they got an extra possession. Deers a really nice job getting a clean shot, just couldn't knock it down, and then the rebound, it's tied up, and the Eagles have the arrow.
Well, neither team has done well against press breaks throughout the season. Get it up to Allison Van Gorp, though, will PC.
This is a critical juncture in this game, Andrew. 2 minutes left, Eagles up by 3. A bucket here would be huge.
It would have been on the last possession, but the turnover kept them alive. And you know where PC's only really going to take the chance, I think, here.
Yeah, they're doubling. They've got Naminga playing behind, and both Neg and Deers ready to help out at a moment's notice.
Well, that's where if PC could sneak a 3 here, that could be huge.
Right now, I'm not sure PC wants to sneak a shot here, and Kylie Tauke fouls Anna Bonnet, and they've got to do a lot of that, Andrew. That's just the second team foul on the Lady Dutch. They've got to commit 5 more fouls if they want to get into the foul game here down the stretch.
Well, that's, I think, advantage PC in a big way because they're not a great free throw shooting team.
Now, what Pella needs to do, though, they just gave a foul there. They need to use it to where it can be an advantage to Pella. Go be aggressive. Get up there, just like Anna Vanderwall there. She ends up committing a foul, but she gave herself a chance to make a defensive play. That would be, you know, primary objective number 1. But even if not, you commit the foul, which you need to do anyway.
Well, we'll see if Coach Ingbers elects to take a timeout here soon. He has 3 in his back pocket. They'll laser it down to the 3-point line in Van Gorp. Here's Bonnet. Minute 32 remaining. Pella Christian down to Van Gorp, and then a foul called. Naminga doing her job and trying to just keep everything away, because if Van Gorp is anywhere outside of that lane, she's a lot less dangerous.
And Jasmine is frustrated that she got a foul called on her. She shouldn't be. You want to foul now. It's a 3-point game with 1:30 left. You got to start thinking about the foul game. And Jasmine, if you don't foul there, Allison Van Gorp's putting 2 on the board.
And maybe putting the game away. Loose ball on the floor, and then a foul as Vanderwall will knock into Emma Witzenberg. Witzenberg is...
This is one of those, Andrew, where both teams are playing this perfectly. Other than the very first foul that Pella just gave, you know, kind of a passive laissez-faire foul. Since then, it's been all-out attacking, aggressive defense for Pella. Steal first, foul second mentality. And the Eagles really don't have any desire to shoot it right now unless they get an easy layup. They're trying to burn as much time off the clock as they can.
Well, they've done that so well so far. Up by 3, 46-43. This is a Pella Hy-Vee timeout. Let's go ahead and take a look at the road ahead presented by Two Rivers Cooperative. It is a much shorter road ahead tomorrow for Pella as they go back across town and will host PCM. That is
all the way back to Pella?
All the way back to Pella High School as they will host for a doubleheader. That game starting at 1:30, pregame at 1:15, and the Midtown Tire Team Radio pregame show. John Holter Houston High will have the call on 92.1 KRLS. Meanwhile, the Pella Christian Eagles are off until next Friday when they get back in conference action. And on Friday, they will take on, drum roll, I just lost it. I had it in front of me. They're going to be
either Indianola or Norwalk. Yeah.
They'll be hosting Norwalk right back here, and that will be right back here on 92.1 KRLS, one of our dual broadcasts where we have more of that Norwalk flavor and welcoming them to the conference. Trevor, we've had half of our night so far where all 8 teams in the conference are on our airwaves. And hey, we picked a pretty good conference if we're picking teams.
And this was supposed to be one of those where we only had 2 because it was supposed to be the all Warren County tonight with Norwalk and Indianola, but that one got wiped away because of the weather. In my opinion, a little prematurely.
Oh, no. Pass tipped out of bounds by Faith Deers. The road ahead presented by Two Rivers Cooperative. Keep your vehicle running smoothly on the road ahead with Cinex top-tier detergent gasoline at Two Rivers Cartro Pumps in Pella and Otley, celebrating 100 years as a farmer-owned co-op. Two Rivers Cooperative, and there's the turnover. Jasmine Naminga gets the steal that Pella wanted on the inbounds.
1:15 to go. Pella Christian up by 3.
Then White passes up on a tying 3. And then in the lane, 2-pointer no. Naminga will get her own rebound and keep the possession alive for the tie, and the 3 no. And then a fight for the rebound on the floor.
Van White called for a foul as Agri will be credited with the rebound.
And now Pella with 59.4 seconds remaining needs to force another Eagles turnover.
Well, and this is where you have to understand the game. If I'm Pella, any opportunity you get to foul Allison Van Gorp, she's the one you want to put at the line. And we are, as we give you a game reset, 6 fouls apiece, so we're going 1-1.
Well, here comes a Hail Mary pass tipped away by Tauke.
Ooh!
Oh, I think that was a bad call.
That is a really bad call. That went off of Pella. It was a home run shot for Anna Bonnet. It went off of Pella, and they're saying that Bonnet touched it last. Boy, the refs get together, so I credit them for that, for getting together and talking about it. I think they missed it, Andrew.
Yeah, that's a missed 6th turnover here for PC. Here's Deers over the timeline. 4 fouls, Bonnet still aggressive with 50 seconds remaining. PC at worst wants to let Pella get the 2-point shot here instead of a 3, but Van Wyk will go for the tie, and she can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound, Pella, Anna Vanderwall. 35 seconds remaining. If at first you don't succeed, try again, and the answer is no. And then a rebound eventually to Allison Van Gort.
Got a foul here if you're Pella.
And they will.
27 seconds left. Pella down by 3. Fouls called on Anna Vanderwall, and it's Witzenberg to the line for a 1-1. And we saw the Pella Christian boys salt away their win against Oskaloosa with Lucas Hall and Levi Skelhaas ice water through their veins. 8 free throws down the stretch. These are the big ones. You got to make the first. If you miss it, you lose out on your opportunity.
Witzenberg is a 81.5% free throw shooter. She's by far the player Coach Ingbers wants on the line at this situation.
Big spot, though. Deep breath for Witzenberg. Can she summon her game and knock it down?
The answer is no. And Namiga will clear it for Pella. 24 seconds remaining. Jasmine was dribbling it down the floor. That was not what Pella wanted to have. In the corner, Neg, can she get the tie? And no again. And a rebound again to Van Gort.
Pella's got a foul. See, game recognition there by Pella. Van Gorp got the rebound. You have to understand the game situation there. That should have been an instant foul on Van Gorp to send Allison to the line. Instead, they send Witzenberg to the line, and that is a huge difference. It's either the best or worst free throw shooter that the Eagles have. Jared Garland with the Pella Hy-Vee timeout, and that's a critical mistake for the Lady Dutch. Now, Witzenberg obviously missed a moment ago, but you always have to play the percentages, and the percentages would say if you're Pella, you want Van Gorp at the line.
Well, now, and Witzenberg has a second chance at redemption here. A free throw probably with 13 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
It doesn't completely ice it if Pella can go down and score quickly, but they've shown no ability to do so thus far in this one.
Well, and what we're looking at here, Andrew, is what I've mentioned throughout the second half. Pella's inability to make the outside shot. Reagan Van Wyk had 2 looks at it from the corner. They were both closeout contested shots, but she's a good shooter. They have Madison Neg over in front of the student section. That is absolutely the shot they want, and it just hasn't fallen for Pella. I don't keep shot charts, but Pella, I believe, Andrew, is well under 20% shooting 3-pointers tonight.
Well, and they've really slowed down here. Both teams have in this fourth quarter, but it's been turnovers by PC. A lot of missed shots, a lot of open chances on putbacks that have not gone in for Pella. Witzenberg pours in the first. And that very well may do it with 13 seconds remaining. Pella will now need to go down, score quickly, and get a foul on the other side. Emma Witzenberg knocks in the second. 48-43. 13 seconds remaining. Lady Dutch. In the corner, Faith Deers. Deers decides against a shot. Floater is no good. The rebound is to Agri with 2 seconds remaining. And a whistle and a foul. We'll see what the time is. And there is no time on the clock. And Pella Christian will knock off Pella. 48-43 in a classic game here, heard live on 92.1 KRLS. That was a great ball game, Trevor, of just back and forth girls basketball action.
Yeah, great game all the way throughout. Back and forth is the way to describe it. And it just came down in the end. Pella went cold in the fourth quarter, only scored 5 points. They had plenty of open looks. They rebounded well in the second half and in the fourth quarter. They got themselves some second, third,